Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another reaction video for you guys. And I just put up the video of me talking to Dr. McKenna yesterday, asking him a few questions about my own personal weight loss journey. And you guys seem to actually like that. I was just trying something a little different. But someone emailed me this video, which, if you don't know, in my About section, you could send me videos if you want me to check them out. And this one is Dr. Now confronts enabler mom that let her son get to 750 pounds. Now, a lot of people think I blame my mother for a lot of my weight loss, and more or less, it's not that I'm trying to blame her, because obviously I ate the food myself. But I'm just saying that at a young age, you should probably teach your kid more healthy options instead of just letting them eat whatever they want, because obviously they're going to pick the Reese's over the broccoli, which I did a hell of a lot of. So let's check out what's going on in this one.
7:57.
That's tough.
It's gonna be okay, Paul.
Oh, son, what are we gonna do?
See, the thing I don't get is my face was way fatter than his. That's not fair. If you look at, even if you look at my friggin' driver's license, my face is like friggin' huge. I would have killed to have a skinny face like him. I don't know where he's carrying all his weight.
Got to do something about it.
Yeah,
Never
get
gonna
rid of
see
you.
that number again.
Never again.
Never again. Whenever you want to mess up, just remember seeing that number and how you feel right now.
That's true.
Yeah. I gained a little.
Ooh, his legs are super swollen. Mine would get swollen too, but I don't think mine were that bad. Then again, they probably were, and I'm just in denial. But something's fishy here, because both of them are skinny, so they're giving him all the food. That's what has to be happening. Is that his sister?
But not a whole lot. So I'm a little relieved.
Ooh.
It's
His shoes, man. Okay, I had to stop it again, but his shoes, right? You see how they're like all bowed out and stuff? Mine weren't like that, but I was just thinking, since I went and got shoes the other day, it's so hard for me to friggin' find shoes because I'm a size 15. And it's just insane to try to find a size 15 in store. But you know what they say about big shoes? Big socks.
750 pounds. It's still a little embarrassing to see it come up on the scale. And when it did, it made me sick to my stomach. So I'm here to change. I just hope that Dr. Now is able to give me an option and a plan to help me do that.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to get strict on your diet plan if you're up that high. But he'll be able to help you if you help yourself. So you're going to have to put a lot of drive in. He, in my opinion, he looks like he's probably carrying a ton of water weight just in his legs alone. I bet he could drop like 50 pounds in water in a matter of days if he got that swelling to go away.
Hello.
Hey, Doc.
How y'all doing?
Man, I met the legend.
All right, Paul. You finally made it. Just a little late, but you're here, so I'm glad to see you. So, how was your trip down here?
Long,
All right. How long will it take you to get down here?
almost 3 days.
3 days. Are you
That probably contributed to the swelling because, believe it or not, just sitting for a long period of time when you're that weight will cause swelling. Been there, done that.
holding up okay?
My body hurts. I'm tired.
Tired and your body hurts? So that's a lot of strain on your body going back and forth. So this is not going to be something that you're going to be able to do. And that's why it's important you move here. So if you
That's the part about the show I never really got. Like, uprooting, well, I understand why, right? But at the same time, that's going to be so hard for some people because I thought about calling the show at one point. And then I was like, man, I'll publicize my own stuff, but I know they're going to paint me in a terrible light in editing, and I'm just going to look like a slob. So I'm not going that route. I'll do it myself.
you want to do the program, then you need to plan to do that. And stay for at least a year or so, because going back and forth is going to be very hard on your body, and it's not going to be possible for us to keep the track of your weight and make sure that you stay committed.
I'm trying to remember, but I think I had to weigh in like monthly or bi-monthly at the start. I'm not sure because for me it was quite a long time ago, so I almost forget. But
And if we need to intervene to get you back on track, it won't be possible to do it being in Florida. So that is something you need to consider. But I'm glad you made it here this time.
Thank you.
So, Paul, you weren't kidding about your weight. You're over 750, and that's a lot. But thankfully, you're still mobile. But no one that way is getting food without some help.
I almost guarantee that at his weight, he's like just at the point where he's giving up. Like I was like, ah, screw it. It's just too much. Like I can't overcome this obstacle. And that's the case that a lot of people get stuck in. Also, I really like her tattoo on her arm because like I told myself when I lose and get to my goal weight, I'm going to get my whole arm done, get a sleeve. So that's like my goal or my gift to myself once I get there.
So, who you got with you?
My mother and my best friend.
All right,
Oh, it's a
nice to
friend.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, who is enabling you more, your mother or your friend?
Ooh.
Probably me.
Probably me. Like she's in friggin' denial herself. But the friend was shooting daggers at the mother just as soon as he said that. So I wonder what she's been doing. Because to this day, my mother will cook enough to feed a friggin' army and act like I'm gonna eat it when I can eat like a handful of beef jerky and be full for hours.
Because he's with me more.
So, you are the one that you encourage him to eat whatever he wants, whenever he wants?
Allow it,
Allow
and I
it.
give it to him. And I
Let's just be friggin' real here, lady. At 750 pounds, he's not standing in front of the stove cooking anything. I wasn't standing in front of the stove cooking anything either. That's why I ate junk food and just easy stuff and a lot of like pre-made processed junk. But she's definitely pumping some Oreos into this guy's veins.
cook. So I said it before, and I'm very, very sorry because I was a big woman myself, and I ate wrong. And
what did
then,
you do?
Just tragedy as things happened, and Paul would get bigger and bigger. And then when he'd say he wanted something to eat, I'd fix it for him.
So how did you lose your weight?
Actually, I had, it started out, I had a gallbladder problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did she have the surgery herself and she's just like feeding her kid more to make herself feel better or something? Because some people get a sick satisfaction out of like watching people that are struggling with their weight after they've lost something. I'm kind of not like that. I mean, obviously I'm happy with the weight I've lost, but I kind of want to see everybody win.
And so I took my gallbladder out, and then I just decided to take a change on my way. And I tried to go on just like chicken, very little starches, that, lots of vegetables and no sweets.
Okay, so if you're eating properly, why couldn't you just kind of tell him to eat more properly? I understand that it's his choice or whatever, which is the same reason they couldn't get that lady for feeding that guy to death in the other video, because it's his choice to eat. But at some point, I mean, it gets to the point where he's like serious, like threat to his own health, which is where I was. My kidney shut down on me right before I went to that surgeon. I was in the hospital for 5 friggin' days, so.
Well, you're doing that for yourself, but you're not doing that for Paul. Why?
Paul, I
He was on the road a lot, so he wasn't always home.
then when he was home, I tried to make him happy and fix what he wanted to eat.
Well,
Wait, was he a trucker or something? Because truckers eat the most fast food and junk stuff like all the time. But obviously, if he comes home and he's like, oh, I want a good home cooked meal, and she's cooking him, friggin' like pecan pies and like Oreos or whatever, just making all kinds of stuff for the guy. Obviously, she's not making friggin' Oreos. You know what I mean?
But
you
I
know,
didn't see it before.
looking at his leg, and you think he's happy now?
Ooh.
No, sir.
So this is the dynamic that we need to change, but I don't know how we're going to change that.
I know how we're going to change it. We're going to try. We're going to try, and I'm going to
We're gonna put your ass in an old folks home. That's what we're gonna do. But no, she's obviously his enabler. Most people at that size have an enabler. If you had to give me an enabler, it would have been my mother. She was making all kinds of stuff for me or trying to bring food over to feed me, like all kinds of stuff.
cook right. And he has a young lady that he sees, and she has already told him that the food will be cooked good too, so we're not going to do things in front of him and we're gonna try to
Okay.
just all start eating healthier.
Yeah.
So, Paul, you come down to Houston, who's going to be with you?
Mom?
I mean, I wanted my girlfriend to come, but I don't think she's able to make it.
Oh my god, you're bringing mommy death food with you? This lady obviously is trying to feed this guy everything he wants, and he has some real impulse control issues. So bringing her probably isn't the best thing to do, but Dr. Now requires a support person, I think, so he needs somebody. If his girl can't come, and usually the love of a good woman will make you want to do some things to get yourself back on track, but bringing his mom could be kind of troublesome.
So I'm not sure yet.
You're going to need somebody to help you out because, you're not a person that you're going to take care of yourself when it is not safe for you to be alone. Because if anything happened to you, if you fall, who's going to help you? And somebody needs to be around with you so it'll be safe, okay? So
I used to joke and tell people, don't worry about me falling, worry about the ground, because I'm going to break that shit at my size, but... yeah, no, it's a real issue. If he was by himself and fell, it's pretty damn hard to get up when you're that size.
if you want to do the program, you're going to have to figure that out.
Yes, sir.
So just think about that and let me know what you decide. But for the time being, your mother is going to stop enabling you.
Yes.
He don't look too happy about that. He's like, well, I always had her to blame for when everything went wrong. Well, obviously it's his choice, but the mom is not helping the situation. I'm not trying to blame her, just like I wouldn't blame my own mother, but certain people just do what you want, and they need to tell you no. Nobody knows how to hear no anymore, especially in these situations.
Is that what your mom said?
That's what I said.
And your friend is not enabling you, huh?
I do sometimes. I'm a little more stern with
Oh,
him because I
man.
also had the surgery 5 years ago, so
Oh, so you're one of those, I had the surgery and lost all this weight. Let's make him as big as possible so I feel great about myself. Maybe not, maybe. So I really mean it. Some people are like that. They want to watch everybody just do bad so they can look better at themselves. Or within themselves, they see this satisfaction of, oh, well, I'm doing so good and they're not doing great, yada, yada, yada.
I know the struggles, but
So everybody look like they know what to do,
Right.
but not for the Paul.
Yeah.
So let's keep Paul happy and give him more whatever he wants.
instead of making him permanently happy, we try to make him happy in that moment. But it's, yeah.
Oh my god.
We know-
I'm just getting the worst vibes from her now because I feel like she's just sitting there feeding this guy whatever, and she's been through the process. She knows what it takes. Like, she knows how miserable this guy is at that size. Cuz looking at him and just thinking about how I felt at that time, I just see like a shell of myself. Like, just unhappy, pretending that I'm this happy-go-lucky guy, but I'm really just miserable inside. Feel like you're just stuck in your own body because you can't just do whatever anymore.
No, it's not good, and we have to change.
So this is
You
all
think?
more reason. You need to be here so we can get you to be accountable for your eating habit, okay?
Yes, sir.
But until then, you need to realize that enabling people are going to be around you, but ultimately it is your responsibility to change your eating habit.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be something that you're going to have to do. You know?
It falls on his shoulders. At the end of the day, he's the one that has to make the choice. But enablers are going to set you back and hold you back. So your mother and your friend are really going to have to get on board with this in order for you to succeed. Me, I didn't really need everyone to get on board because I got in my own head and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to fail. I refuse to fail at this. Like, I want my life back. So,
You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Paul. So right now, because you live so far, I'm going to set your next appointment for 3 months from now because I don't want you traveling again too soon after this trip. But in that time, you need to lose 100 pounds in 3 months.
yeah.
You think
100 pounds in 3 months is like easy work for this guy. He should be able to drop that in 2 if he really tries hard enough. Because I'm telling you, just looking at the guy, I'm going to guess he's got like 50 pounds of fluid in his legs. And I know that sounds friggin' insane, but as someone who's gained 30 to 40 pounds of fluid in their own legs, and came back to the surgeon 3 days later and had peed it all out in 3 days, he really is carrying a lot of weight in his legs in water. So it's not just an excuse for that guy.
You can do that?
Yes, sir.
So you should be around 650 by then, okay? And if you do that, I will approve you for weight loss surgery to help you lose weight. And then also, what's going on with your legs and all the swelling you got?
Lymphedema?
Yeah.
And you got ulcers down in the leg?
You see the way it's like blistering up? My legs would do that too. They didn't like bulge out like that, but they would swell and get blisters on them. And it's friggin' painful. You wouldn't believe the amount. Every step you take is just like pain, just stabbing pain in your leg. It hurts so bad.
All the way down to my feet.
Okay.
Ulcers on the back of my legs, yeah. Nothing really open right now, but sometimes they do open.
Okay. So what are you doing with the lymphedema?
I try to put socks on. I got some compression socks, but
I never did the whole compression socks thing, just mainly because when they swell like that, it hurts to even just pull the sock up over them. I would only wear ankle socks, but mine would swell on occasion. It wasn't like an everyday thing. It was more of whenever the discs in my back pinched, and it kind of just caused more swelling.
but sometimes it's hard to do.
Okay. So how mobile are you? How much you can walk?
50 yards.
I can stand for probably about 10 minutes. I can walk to the end of my mom's driveway, you know?
You get short of breath?
It's a
So we have a lot of work to do with you to get you healthy, Paul. But
That's probably about physically where I was at the start of my journey, because if I was standing more than 10 minutes, I was feeling it in my back and it was hurting like hell. If I was walking out to the mailbox and back, I was winded. Like, it was bad. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. I had a friggin' cane to use whenever I was in too much pain. Like, it hurt.
nothing we do is going to matter if you don't make the choices to work hard. You get that?
yes, sir.
You gotta want it.
Everyone come here to lose weight. The only way you gotta be able to do that is that you're gonna have to do the hard work and you're gonna make those changes happen. Okay? So you're gonna have to prove that you can change your eating habit and motivate yourself. So that's gonna be all up to you.
If he wants it bad enough, I could see this guy succeeding, like, no problem. Because, as I said, people still to this day think that they can give me food I like or whatever. Or they're like, here, you want this candy? Like, no, I don't want it. Like, inside, I'm just over that. I don't want it anymore. But people will keep trying to give it to you or just please you with the things that used to make you happy before. And it's kind of sad, but that's just the way it is. You have to learn to say no for yourself.
To do your hard work. Okay?
Okay.
So I sent you the diet and exercises a couple of weeks ago. Have you started following it and doing what it says?
Not yet.
So how does that make sense if you're telling me that you're ready to change?
Yeah, he's in the denial state where he's like, I just need my stomach cut out. I'll lose the weight after. I was there. You yo-yo up and down all the time. But somebody asked me about my workout regimen, what I've been doing. I started out just with little walks to the end of my street and back. And then I started walking the longer way to the other end of the street and back. And then for the last 4 months, I've been hitting the weights every day for about 25, 30 minutes and walking. I need to go buy myself a punching bag, get a little bit of strength back. But I've been hitting the weights pretty hard. Like, even when I don't want to, I force myself.
I'm ready now, and I'm going to do what I need.
Okay. In order to get the temptation out of the house, and all the unhealthy food out of the house.
Is she crying?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then Paul, follow the diet. You only eat it 3 times a day.
Is she crying because she's got to give up all her sweets too? Like, I don't understand why she's crying. This is a good thing for this guy. Like, this is him taking the right step and moving in a positive direction in his life. But there's a lot of stuff that comes with the surgery that people aren't ready for too. So he really is going to have to want it.
Make sure it's a high protein, low carb diet. So I know I gave you some instruction, but I'm going to bring you it again. And maybe I'll give another copy to your mom so she can be more familiar with what you're going to be doing that, okay? Also, do your exercises, and if you do all that, you should easily be able to lose 100 pounds in 3 months.
Yeah, he should be able to drop that no problem. But with the exercise and like the lifting thing, After the surgery, I lost a friggin' ton of muscle, right? And I was looking at my arm after surgery and I was like, damn, if I went to jail right now, I'm somebody's punk. Like, somebody is taking my cheeks. I need to get stronger fast.
When you are 700 pounds, you can lose 100 pounds easily. So you get a lot of room to lose that very quickly, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm going to bring you another copy of the diet and exercises that I want you to do. I want you to go over it. I'll be back.
All right.
Moral of the story, put your mom in an old folks home. No, I'm just kidding. But obviously, she's going to have to get on board and start helping this guy. And he's going to have to want it for himself at the same time. It doesn't matter how many enablers you have around if you convince yourself, like, I don't friggin' want this anymore. I want to actually get healthy, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad to see that everyone seems ready.
What? Oh, I wish I could read lips, because it sounded like she was like, what the F did you tell him that for? I swear to God, if you go back, I think that's what she said.
To support Paul and do what it takes to help him get healthy. And that Paul feels he's ready to make the changes he needs to save his life. But as ready as they all are to do this, it's not going to be simple for Paul and his mom to change their dynamic instantly. But
Yeah, if she lost weight before, she knows what it feels like to be a bigger person and to struggle every day just doing normal friggin' tasks. So seeing her just feed him and like let him get up to 750 is very aggravating to me. But also, nobody would have stopped me. They would have just let me keep doing whatever I wanted to do also. So there's a weird dynamic there of wanting to help somebody lose weight, but also wanting to make them happy and just letting them go about their unhealthy, self-destructive ways. Because eventually I had to have enough. It had to be me that made that choice. So I understand what a lot of people say, like, well, they have to do it, they have to want it, you can't blame somebody else. In a way, yes, in a way, no. Because you need them to be on your team and you need that positive support.
it is Paul's responsibility to make sure that no matter the situation or temptation, the choice to do what he needs is up to him.
Yeah, it's 100% up to him, and hopefully he got on the right path. His mom was kind of not helping the situation, but you also can't 100% blame her. The friend also, who was trying to act like a friggin' saint or whatever, was feeding him whatever too. So he was just getting his way, doing whatever. His legs looked really painful, and I know what that feels like, so I know how painful that is. But hopefully this guy got on the right path and started losing some weight. But if you could, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.